I'm going to read from Daniel 7, verse 9. As I looked, thrones were set in place, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His clothing was white as snow, the hair of his head was white like wool. His throne was a flaming with fire, and its wheels were all ablaze. A river of fire was flowing out from before him. Thousands upon thousands attended him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The court was seated, and the books were open. Obviously, this talks about a time of judgment, because the court was seated and the books were open. If you go over to Revelation, you find a similar situation with God the Father, who is the Ancient of Days, sitting on the throne. And this is what it says. Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne. This is Revelation 5, verse 1. Then I saw on the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides, and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or look inside. I wept and wept because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or look inside. Then one of the elders said to me, "Do not weep. Look, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals." Then I saw a lamb, looking as if it had been slain, standing in the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. He came and took the scroll of the right hand of him who sat on the throne. And when he had taken it, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb. Each one had a harp, and they were holding golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song. "You are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals, because you were slain, and with your blood you purchased men for God, and every tribe and language and people and nation. You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign on the earth." So in the book of Daniel, it talks about judgment, and the Ancient of Days is sitting on a throne, and the court is opened, and it's a time of judgment. In Revelation, we see the same scenario with God the Father, the Ancient of Days, sitting on his throne with a scroll in his hand. And the scroll is the book of Deuteronomy, because in the Old Testament, it says it was written on both sides, which refers to the fact that on these scrolls, they were also a covenant. And in a covenant, if you did what was agreed to in the covenant, you got the blessings. That was one side of the scroll. The other side was the curses. So if you didn't do what was in the covenant, you would get the curses. So here, no one was found worthy except one, which was the Lamb, Jesus Christ. And this is our time of judgment before God the Father. And the verdict, of course, is not guilty, because the Lamb came and did everything that we couldn't do. He lived a perfect life of obedience, and he took the curse of the law of the covenant away from us and put it on himself and purchased us for God in heaven. And this is the gospel. And this is what judgment is. It's judgment in favor of the saints of the Most High. So we don't need to be afraid of judgment. We can look forward to judgment, because the verdict is not guilty.